So most long-term disability policies in Canada require you to make an application within 90 days after the end of the elimination period. The elimination period, what is that? Is often a waiting period before you are eligible for long-term disability benefits. It's often the time when you're receiving short-term disability benefits, or if you don't have short-term disability benefits, it might be when you're receiving EI sickness benefits. I'd say a common number I see is about 120 days for the elimination period or the waiting period, and then you have 90 days from that date to complete your LTD application. I have seen claimants or clients submit applications beyond that 90-day period or whatever the case may be in their particular contract, and sometimes the insurance companies will just review it and make their decision, and sometimes they will say, well, sorry, you're out of time, you're late, and that is the basis on which they're denied from the outset. If that's the case, that doesn't mean that you have no case. It means that you will need to get a lawyer involved to fight that. Because ultimately, under most insurance contracts, the time frame is 1 year from the date that you were denied your application, or to be conservative, 1 year from the date that you went off of work to make an application for long-term disability benefits. That we would call that the contractual limitation period. There is also what's called the statutory limitation period. It's often referenced in a lot of termination or denial letters. The insurance company will say, you should be aware of the statutory limitation period to bring a lawsuit. And they're protecting themselves. They're letting you know that there is a limitation period so that you can't then come back and say, well, I didn't know about it, and therefore I'm bringing a case later than that statutory limitation period. In Ontario, the statutory limitation period is generally 2 years from the date that your initial claim was denied, but it does vary from province to province, so you should speak to a lawyer like Share Lawyers to find out what the applicable limitation period is in your case.